What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tony D2 Wild checking in once again, back in the building today, guys. And today we have something a little bit different. As you guys and girls can see, though, the box reads SIG. Now, this is not a firearm technically. It's an upper, right? An upper receiver. That means that you do not have to go to a gun store, an FFL, to do the actual paperwork. And hopefully YouTube, you can kind of understand that, and that I'm explaining and maybe teaching you along the way the difference between a lower receiver and an upper receiver. A lower receiver is something that is regulated by the federal government, FFL, paperwork, all that. An upper receiver, there's nothing there. That could be shipped directly to your door. There's no paperwork. Nothing of that matter, right? So what we have here, though, is a brand new upper receiver kit from SIG on their MCX line. And pretty much what this allows you to do is to make any AR-15 able to accept the MCX upper, which is not something brand new. This has been done for quite some time for what, the Rattler, maybe the Virtus. You can let me know that one down below. But for the Spear line in particular, as well as the older Rattler before the LT, I know that there was kits and stuff that you could change out that back adapter to then take on the bufferless Picatinny adapter, and then it's compatible, it's ready to go. And for the most part, I believe two-stage triggers worked. Other triggers or certain triggers maybe did not. I know only as much because of what I owned with my Rattler, and that was with a Palmetto State Armory lower, and I had no issues at all. With that said, let's get straight into it, and let's unbox this brand new MCX upper receiver kit. Comes in your typical box, which is pretty big, as you can see. It's pretty much a box that a full-on MCX would come in. You have the foam on top, and then bam, voila. Now, you may be asking what makes this upper different than the other ones, because they do have other Spear uppers in 11.5, I believe maybe 16 inches, and that goes for the 9 inch as well in the 300 blackout. Pretty much all the LT uppers, and they're all black, by the way. They're not like in that FDE or that gold that was featured on the original Spear, but they have them in 16 inch, 11.5, and 7.62 by 39, 5.56, and I think, like I said before, a 9 inch version for that 300 blackout. And I think there's maybe even a Rattler upper alone as well, the older version and the newer version for the LT line. Back to what I was saying though, what makes this one different is the stuff that it comes along with. It's just not coming with your typical upper receiver. So we're going to take this one out, and what we have here is the upper receiver itself. Now, let's get a little bit closer. Let's get a little bit more personal, right? I want to get close with you guys. I want to talk to you guys so that y'all can hear me out. You feel me? Let me see if we good. So what you have here is a full-on 16-inch upper receiver of the MCX Spear. And you can see that it's two-tone. It features a black upper receiver, particularly, and then the FDE handguard featured on the typical 16-inch Spear that originally came out with. And also, there is now going to be a change in the overall Cerakote process of the Spears moving forward, which will feature a more Cerakote finish than this, almost, I would say, is it anodized or tannadized type of shine to it. They will go back to a IR, I believe they're calling it, specific FDE almost type of look for the Spear. And I heard it has a lot to do with how durable the new paint is, as well as the reflectiveness under night vision. There's been a couple of different reasonings I've been hearing of why they have made that change or are making that change. Now, this one in particular, though, as stated before, is a two-tone. It features that old school upper handguard and then the upper receiver that featured in black. 16-inch barrel, has the QD mount that is compatible with your SLX and SLH. You're also getting a front grip right here with the SIG front grip that is already mounted on, and then also the cream of the crop, the big part that I like, is the Romeo 4 XT Pro. Now, this version is the version that takes the AAA batteries. You guys may have seen it. I haven't even done a video on it yet, which I need to do. But there is also, of course, the other version that takes the CR battery, and then there's the version that takes the AAA battery. And this one is the AAA battery. And some people prefer maybe AAA, and some people maybe prefer the CR. I think it was at 3032 or 3023, because that one is a little bit smaller, lighter, is not taking up as much real estate, whereas this one is a little bit bulkier and pokes out more. But then on the other hand, AAA batteries are extremely easy to come by. Like, everybody and their mama can get a AAA or got a AAA somewhere laying around the house. So you got to make a decision on which route you want to go. As far as battery life goes, the battery life on this one as well as on that are the same for the most part, which I believe is 50,000 hours of runtime on this bad boy right here. Comes with, of course, your rubberized lens caps, and then you have your additional caps. These things are hard to come off. Like take these things, like they're flips, right? They flip downs. There you go. So you got that. That way you can reveal that, but at the same time, you really don't even need this. It's like a protector cap, and it also is where you can straight up just look through it. And there isn't that much. There's a little bit of reflectiveness, a little bit, but nothing out of the ordinary. Like I rather just prefer to run it just like this, as is, with that cap to allow that. Now, MCX takes in the dual recoil spring system, so you do not need a buffer tube or a buffer spring. You are going to be running it straight up without that. It's a bufferless AR-15 piston, so keep that in mind. That is what you're getting with the MCX compared to your typical AR-15. You also are going to be getting a skeletonized telescoping stock. I said skeletonized telescoping stock, which is also foldable, and this is a very prominent stock by SIG that a lot of people like out there and love. It's very slim, foldable, keeps it really out the way. If you want to run it folded, you can shoot it folded as well, but you can also just run it folded and then easily able to be put in storage or store it somewhere than your typical AR-15 that's going to stick out with that buffer tube. So you had this that comes along with it as well, and this is an FDE. And then also the most important part is the back portion that pretty much allows you to remove your buffer tube and put this part in on the back piece of your AR-15 lower and run it now bufferless. So this is allowing you to use any AR M4 lower out there and make it compatible with the MCX, which these come with every other of those uppers that are available, but this one is the one that comes fully kitted out, stock, optic, all that. You also have your goodies for your Romeo 4 XT Pro, and that is going to be your pamphlet. You have a honeycomb, which helps with that flash illuminance that comes along with running optics. If you're on the other end, the enemy can technically see you. I heard from night vision, but also just out there, like a flash of light, any type of light that would hit the optic of some sorts would then reveal where you were at. This helps eliminate that, but also I've heard that it's very good for just making sure lens don't get dusty, fingerprints. You know, people, like even right now I have a fingerprint on the front just from touching it. It stops a lot of those little things from actually happening. Now, I don't know what specifically this is. I think this is maybe just an additional lens cap. If I'm going to be 100% honest, I don't know. It just seems like it might be an additional, so if it breaks, you have an additional. Oh, actually, no, it's not. I just noticed that. What this is an actual lens cap, so it covers the actual lens. So these right here, you can see through them. They're glass. This one, you put this in, you put your glass in, you're no longer able to see. It's an actual clap or a clamp over it. You have a riser, so if you want to rise this optic up a little bit more, you have the option. I actually really do like it how it comes already. I feel like it has a really good overall height, and you can also co-witness. If you want to run irons, you can co-witness specifically through that little slot right there. I like it just as is, in my humble opinion. You also are going to come with your own little tool, and you got your microfiber towel. You have a tool here. This is a T10, and I'm trying to see, maybe the T10, I think the T10 works with the handguard system. That's what I was checking, and maybe more than likely also gonna work with your barrels. Let me see, because I thought it was a little bit bigger. It's a little bit of leeway on the T10 on that handguard when checking it out. So maybe it's not for the handguard. Damn spring right here. Matter of fact, hold on. We're gonna take this out so that everything can lock up. There you go. So this T10 is not, it fits in there, but I don't feel good. I think it's like, because I remember correctly, it was like a T20 or something, or T15 or T17. It was one of those that fit a little bit better to help you remove that handguard if need be. But I need to look more into it. You also have a little wrench that has different little parts on it that you can utilize to make those adjustments need be. Maybe on the optic, that part, like I said, I don't really know what this, there's little parts on here that possibly can be utilized, okay? Me personally, I have all my tools already, so I really don't need all that. But what do you also get with a MCX, right? You get the dual charging handle, front grip as stated, QD mount, flash suppressor, QD flash flash hider. If you want to remove that, you might need to send it in because it's a BITCH apparently. You got your adjustable gas block right in the front, so if you want to, shoot suppressed or unsuppressed, you have that. And the MCX system, easy, able to do barrel swaps. You can easily barrel swap within 5 minutes, and even a little bit longer if you want to swap calibers. So if you want to go to 300 blackout to 5.56, no issue with a barrel swap. You might have to have a different handguard, of course, depending on your barrel length, but Easy. Same bolt carrier group can be utilized. Now with the 762x39, you can use the same bolt carrier group, but the bolt head has to be different. It's a different bolt head, so keep that one in mind as well. But overall, you get all this and you transform that buffer direct impingement to now what you got here with the bufferless piston gun, which in my opinion, one of the most phenomenal guns out there right now. I love it. Have 11.5, now we have the 16. We are gonna do a full-on in-depth review on this, so stay tuned. There will be a full on-depth review that will go into this, and of course, like I said, you put that on there on the back and you're good to go. But we're gonna set this one up and we're gonna run it out there and have a little bit of fun with this one to show you guys how this bad boy reacts at the end of the day. With that said, the MCX upper, you know, any AR-15 lower, M4 lower out there can pretty much be made into an MCX, and you can have all the great things about it and more affordable. Keep that in mind. So yeah, if you have any questions or any comments, feel free to ask me down below in the comment section. We're gonna do a separate review down the road on this optic as well. We have, as I stated before, this is the 4XT Pro with the AAA battery. I have the other version on my, actually, I thought I had it on my Rattler, I have it on my MPX. We're gonna do some videos comparing the two because they're both phenomenal, and I think that this optic is it's slept on. With anything SIG, infinite lifetime warranty on uppers, on their optics, on anything, and transferable. So if you get it secondhand, still lifetime warranty. So everything here, lifetime warranty. Keep that in mind. All right, y'all, so quick little update. I went through, found my SIG tread lower, and we put it all together, and she is ready to go, guys. Ready to go. So wanted to show y'all that ending product because I didn't get it in the actual portion of the video, but now hours later it is here. She looks beautiful. So yeah, guys, let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know, and yeah, I'll keep you guys and girls posted. All right, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all as always. I'm out. Peace.